You've got it. All right, let's take a few breaths up. Get started. Let me move this. All right, take an inhale. Good morning, good Thanksgiving week. And up. And up. Let your hands down and just take a little warm up with the back. Hi, Miss Betty. Good Thanksgiving week, everybody. Inhale and exhale. This is just warming up the back. And then we're going to take the hands a little higher and then make it a circle, like you're stirring a pot and you're waking up all those muscles around the ribs. And then go the other way when you're ready. And then we're going to let the feet be in parallel. Now go up and down with your calves. Go heels up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and each toe gets equal weight. 8, 9, 10. Now let the feet be a little bit wider and then sit in a chair. We're going to touch the legs a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hello guys, and 1. And now one set of wide squats. Hi, Michelle. And then it's 10 here. So what we did was we warmed up a little bit. Our arms are back, our legs, and then we did calves 10, and then we did narrow squats 10, and now we're doing wide squats about 10. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now I want to offer a single calf raise. What you can do is hold onto your wall or your foam roller, put one foot behind the other, and go up and down 10 times with one leg only. Each toe has equal weight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the other, go up and down. 1, 2, knee is long but soft. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now this is a one-legged balance, so you can take your foot on the, basically it's the glute medius balance on the thigh or the calf. You can even open up. Now I'm going to do 2 sets, and I'll tell you why in just a moment here. So we'll do about 20 counts. And we're going to lower down and lower that foot. I'm going to remove my sock. It is harder with your socks on, especially with these tights, but try about the same on the other side, about 20. Now, when you're ready, come back down. You can do that again, or a few weeks ago I mentioned that I had a release for a couple of tennis ball releases. So if you do have a tennis ball, you can roll out your foot. You might be able to get by with using your foam roller. So option is that you either take a second balance pose. I just want to at least show this to you. Or you take your tennis ball or a ball and you roll out the foot. My dog took the harder ball, so I now have the soft ball. But if you have a harder ball, it's a little better. A tennis ball is what I like. Some people use lacrosse balls too. But basically you're rolling out, so everybody has something, right? You roll out. There actually is a foot roller. I have mine in my kitchen because I use it while my kettle's getting hot to make sure I have a tight feet if I don't do it. So basically you roll out from big toe to heel, second toe in that line. There's no wrong answer here because you're going to find spots. third toe, but you notice how you can put more weight into the foot. Let me get back so I'm in the range. And then the pinky. Now right where the heel meets the arch is a good spot. And the ball of the foot. So let me give it all. There's no wrong answer, but at the heel you'll feel it, on the arch if you've ever had plantar fasciitis. Now I just want to show you how that feels. So if you just take your foot down and you stand, it's almost like the whole leg is affected usually. So you can feel like it's even clearer up in here and the foot feels flatter. Then let's try the other side. So you're going to roll out that foot. This was something I mentioned doing a bit while back. I just want to make sure everybody had their tennis balls before I did it. But you're going to roll out basic foot, but you can also go big toe to heel, second toe line, third toe line. But if you do anything with your feet, running, this is a good one, hiking, biking, I must grip with my feet. So, the fourth toe, the fifth toe, and you're gonna just kind of roll it all out. Right where the heel meets the arch is a really good spot usually for people. You can also sink into it. So if you have a trigger point, like if you've had plantar fasciitis, you just might, then you might sink into it and hold up to 90 seconds, but sometimes you can feel relief even in the 20 and 30-second range. So it's 1 foot tighter. So let's do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then just notice your feet, how that feels on the bottom side. Nice. So we are going to go to some weight training now. Grab a weight that you can do bicep curls with. So it's going to be like this. So I'd say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. And you're going to take those weights and go up. Now you can do more, and if you don't have weights, if you don't have hand weights, you can use detergent, you can do gallons of vinegar, you can do a more on your lower reps, or you could do a dynaband or elastic tubing. And what we'll do in general, if you're doing them this week, you can keep the palms forward, but if there's a wrist issue or a thumb issue that you need to change, you can alter your grip. Sometimes hammer grip will feel nicer depending on your body. There you go, Michelle. Takes it a little bit more in the brachioradialis. So check your neck. One way I like to check is just, can you move it freely? Your jaw, your lips are even separated. And then let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to lower that down for a minute. Take your interlaced finger position, open up the arms behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let your feet be about shoulder width apart and take a few arm sways. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the same heavier weight. So if you have weights, the heavier one. So I'd say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there, and row upright. So it's going to be, you want your wrist to feel good here. It shouldn't feel awkward. So I like to cant the weight a little bit so the wrist is in line with the rest of the forearm. Your elbows are higher. Your knees are soft. Your elbows are higher than your wrist. Your neck is soft. Good. You should feel biceps and deltoids. It's like you're zipping up a coat as if it were cold. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, good, 18, 19. Now lower that down. And then we're going to take a little overhead half moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, go up and over. 5, 4. Good, Jean. 3, you can pull your own arm. That's a good one. 2 and 1. Nice job. Grab a sip if you want. We're going to do a lighter weight for the lateral raise. So maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lateral raise. Out to the side. And it's okay if you change weights midstream in order to make this work for you, because we all might have different weights at home, different levers. So if you have to change into a lighter weight mid-set, that's okay. Just keep going. Or if you go to a band or you go to a can of soup, you can use anything that stresses the muscle and bones more than what they're used to stimulate growth. Knees soft. If you're getting tired and you need to change, you can, or you can put them down to be done. If you'd like about 5 extra, try it. I just had a vision of cooking Thanksgiving dinner and picking up cans and just adding this into your ritual on that day. So that's why you can get a little extra training if you need it. Now lower that down. And let's take either the interlaced finger or the palms together and flip your fingers up and open up your elbows. This is shoulder and chest. 5, 4. Good, Jean. Yep, kind of wiggle it up and tall back. That way it gets up there. 3. Now hold hands with yourself and make a little circle with your wrist. 5. And a circle with your wrist. 5. Nice. You can Liberace your hands and just kind of shake it out. And we're going to add a front raise like this. So the weight you had should work, or slightly lighter. Another trick is, so I'll start and then I'll show you some tricks. So let's say your weight's a little heavy. All you do, if you have just a tiny bit heavier weight, you just alternate it. So you can do it that way or this way, or if you have a lighter weight, grab it. 5 and 6, and we're not going to go over higher than your shoulders. Your knees are soft. Try not to lean back here when the weights go forward. This is 20. Let that down. Now keep the weights low. Lift up both heels. Add a second calf raise set. 2 with your weights. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now a little wider. It's almost like you have a suitcase. You're going to be heavy in your heels. Now when you come down, if you have to hurt your neck to look at the screen, then just let your gaze go down so that you don't have any tension in your neck. 5 more. Knees track with the second toe. 3 more. 2 more. Now on the 1, we're going to let those down. Good. And we're going to do a little cow face. 5, 4, 3, 2, let this down, cow face. 5, 4, good, Jean. 3, that's it, Michelle. 2, inhale, nice, and exhale. Let that go. We're going to do an overhead press, so let me tell you which one that is. It's this. I'm going to kneel to get in closer. You can also kneel because it gets rid of one joint to manipulate, but you can Usually take a lighter weight. You can push up. Now you can also do this seated in a chair. Good. Good. Even though your arms are lifting, your neck is not getting congested. You're not lifting your shoulder blades up the back, up toward the ears. Now, if you can, take 5 more. If you're done, can stop that. 12, good. 3. We've got 1 more. All right, press it up. Now, lower your hand weights. Good. Let me tilt it down and show you the rack. So your hands go here, and your elbows are soft. Lift up. Yeah, I love this stretch. So soft elbows. Good. 5. So if you are cooking this week or anything forward, this is a great stretch to sneak in your day. Lift, lift, lift. And then relax. Nice job. We're going to do a little chest press. So you'll be lying on the back. Get your heavier weights. Grab a sip if you need. Your feet are on the floor, and that kind of helps you keep your ribs down. So take your feet down. Now push up. Touch the ends of your weights, just the one end, and the elbows bend towards the side, but they're not exactly 90 degrees. They're more like 80 degrees. So you're just making sure your elbows aren't going towards your ears, higher than your shoulder. Exhale. Now your ribs are touching the floor. Let's take 15. So we're doing 20 total, and so we have 10 more. And now take those down and take a full body stretch. 5, 4, nice. And then you're going to use your abs to come up and move your body into a kneel again or a stand again. And I want to tell you what we're doing next. It looks like this. It looks like you're shaving the back of the head. Now, you can take a couple of smaller weights or one bigger, and then you could do that together. So you could touch them. They usually have a beveled end, and then you take it behind you and you push up. You look good, and then it's kind of like you're shaving the back of your head. You can always change midway. So let's say right now you need to get rid of them. That's fine. We're going to be mixing it up. And keep going. So like right now I'm going to change just a demo. You can do that, or you can grab 2 smaller ones. Just use what you have. You can make it work. Now if you want, you can do 5 more. It will be 20 total, but if your triceps are like, I'm tired, I can't keep my shoulder blades down the back, then if you can't keep 4 of them, come out. Now you're going to release that down. Good, Jean, out of the way. And this is just going to be big circles. So what you can do is act like you're take it off a big sweatshirt and just big circle. It's a dynamic range of motion, releasing tension from the scapula. Good. And we're going to go into a little rotation. So hold. Your hand could be on your thigh or your floor in the floor. Inhale, open, and exhale. And nice job coming back. We're going to lie down again, but let me just tell you what we're doing. We're doing the flies. You're going to have a hand weight in each hand. Your feet are going to be on the floor. If you need to sit before we go down, grab it. You're going to be feet on the floor.
you're going to be hugging a tree. And then open. And your hand weights do not touch the floor while you're doing this in between reps. Your upper arm might, but not your hand weights. You don't want your elbows to hyperextend. They've got a softness to them. Ribs touch the floor. Inhale and exhale. The hand weights touch at the top, both ends. Good. Everybody looks good. There's a roundness. You've got it. Okay. Now let those hand weights go. Take a full body stretch, arms long. Reach through your arms and legs. And then use your abs to come up and grab some tubing. And you're going to put a heavier tubing or two around your feet. Cross it like an X. Now there's this fifth metatarsal that kind of feels, styler process that feels awkward, so put it right below that. Make sure it doesn't hurt your foot. So your hands are on the band so that when you start you have tension, and you pull your elbows past your ribs. Yep, past your ribs. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16, back of the shoulder and lats. 17, little bit of bicep. 18, 19, 20. All right, now just without moving your torso, just do a little shoulder roll just to get some circulation. We're going to add a small rotation with that. So you can take your hands and you can turn right and turn left. You're rotating your upper back, your torso. You might even flip your palm into supination, which is like when you have a cup of soup in it. All right, we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let the body get a little release. We're going to take, I need just a little bit lighter one on this one, so because if you have different ones, you're going to put your X in the strap, elbows by your side. This is more rehab therapeutic. It's not a huge heavy band that you want, so it's something you can actually move, and forearms parallel to the floor. Good. Elbows glued to your ribs. Yeah. All right, try 10 more. Open up, and now it's like you're a reverse fly or a T, kind of like you're hugging a tree backwards. Yep, your elbows are now off the mat. Yep, that's it. Hands going towards the sides of the room, neck soft. Now, you can uncross them. You're going to lean back a little, ab crunch, bend your elbows, and then you're in an ab crunch and a bicep.
Neck is soft. Rolling us up to 5, 4, 3, 2, sitting up,
and then pull your arms beside the floor, but wide enough that you don't hit the knuckles on the floor. You have your band? There, yeah, grab your band, Jean, and pull. Yeah. Long, yeah. You can find different ways to hold it so it's comfortable in your wrist. Excuse me. And then take a moment. Now get rid of your tension for just a bit. Take another of these racks where you lift up and you go back. Your elbows are soft. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come back. Wrap the bands around your feet, the band around your feet. And this is like an X, so don't cross them yet. Just go out wide, but one arm's a little higher, one arm's a little lower. Rear delt. Both arms are moving, both arms are moving. Yeah, both arms are opening. 2. All right, now I'm gonna come in, you can grab a sip. I'm gonna come into a kneeling, but you can stay seated if that's comfortable for you. We're gonna do a band tricep press. A band tricep press. So basically you're in a comfortable position for you that if we put your hand behind you, you can still be comfortable. So for me, that's more comfortable kneeling. Hands back. Now the bottom hand is just an anchor. So hang on to it, press up. You can always adjust. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back of the arm is really important. 7 for preventing hip fractures. 8, because this is the muscle that catches us. 10, if we were to fall. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now you're going to switch places with the hands. One hand's down. The one that's down is an anchor. It's just keeping you steady, your band steady. The other arm resists. Really good. Now take the hands on, take the band behind you or on the shoulder blade, take your palms up. You're going to press out and neck is soft and just adjust your grip as needed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and if you did have any problems seated, you could always do these standing too. I just like to mix it up for us. You can find different ways that work. Now this one's pretty cool. That's the muscle strengthening. Now this is a flexibility. Now your hands are wide like a Y. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now open and hold. Neck is relaxed, jaws parallel. Now your wrists, make sure they're not bending backwards here, that they are in neutral. Try one more angle. This is going to be the 3-way doorway stretch. And then one more. Yeah, that's a great add-on, Miss Cole, to curl your toes under. And then let your shoulders relax like this. Yep, nice job. Grab a sip if you need it. We're going to do one called bow and arrow. So you basically hold one end in front, it's an anchor. The other arm is going to push out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Other side. Good. I hope that's feeling good and wonderful. Nice. Take another shoulder chest stretch somewhere behind you. Notice the wrists. They kind of want to be like this, but tuck them forward. This is one of my favorites with the band. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of a narrower grip. Go up and over. It's kind of like you're giving yourself an assist. Over. Nice. Now I am going to take a stand for this. If you prefer to do it seated with your feet in front, you can. I'm just going to show you the bicep curl with your band. So your feet, or I like the heel, your heel or heels, depending on your band tightness and your height. You can bend. Yep. And remember, you can always adjust in the middle. So let's say you're getting tired, you can just take one of your heels out. That'll effectively make it easier. Nice. Now take a little sip if you need. We're going to do a lateral raise with our band. You may use one heel. If you have a light band or you're shorter, you could get by with 2 heels, but usually everybody here, that height, probably 2. Yeah, 2. Nice. Neck is soft. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now if you're running out of steam, you can be done or try 5 more. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nice job. Let that go. I am mixing everything up. So because we're standing, I want to offer that you can do push-ups on the wall, push-ups on your couch if you want, Betty. You can do push-ups on your knees. You can do push-ups in a chair. You can do push-ups anywhere. So you're going to be your push-up position. Let's say about 15. 1. Shoulder blades are down the back. 3, 4, 5, 6,
rest when you need to. It could be a child pose with your elbows bending. And then come back up to a standing position. Take the front raise, which with your band, you're gonna step on with your heel in the middle. Go forward. And another, Michelle, I'm gonna try to do both at the same time. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of your bands are, now if you're having trouble, like if you still have a shorter band, Cole, it looks like you do, you could do one at a time like this. So either one. I just wanted to mix it up, change up our body. Oh, or you could do one on each heel. That a girl. Michelle, I have a lot of bands too, so experiment, try it. And I'm wondering too, Cole, you might be able to do this on a knee if that doesn't bother your knee. But just try 5 more. Yep. Yep, there you go. That looks like it's working. Let's do 5 more from here now that you're there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want to give you another one. This one is like your breaststroking. So we're going to do 8 each way. Put your band behind you and go out and then around. Go out and around. Go out and around and out and around. 5, 6, 7. Now go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now 1. Good job. All right, we're going to go down a little bit, but with your foam roller. The first one I want to do with our foam roller is some of my favorite work, which is posture work. The upper back strengthener. Because of the way that we're forward so much, place your foam roller on the floor, but kind of wide with your arms, pinky side down. Inhale, go up and lower. Love it. Inhale and lower and inhale. Good. Yep, way to make it work. Belly lifts. Now we're going to find a place to hold for about 10 counts. 10. Lower down and let's do it again. 10. Lower down and do it again. 10. And then lower. Now we're going to put our forearms on one end of the, I'm actually not going to use, with this carpet, the mat kind of gets tangled up. So I'm going to just have you do it however works for you. Your shins are going to be on one end of the foam roller. And your arms are going to be on the other side of your mat. You're going to do an inchworm move, toe in, bend your knees, and then come in. And bend your knees. When you toe in, you should feel your tibialis anterior also getting a tension, the shin muscle. And Betty, you might feel that from lifting your toes going up a mountain. Chloe, you might feel that from running. All right. Bend 4 more, 3 more, 2, and recover. Now the next one is going to be a hip lift. Now you're going to try to keep your knees fairly long on this, forearms on the mat. Lift up your hips like a pike. 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the next one is that you take your knees corner to corner in inchworm, but to an oblique angle. So go from plank, bend the knees towards the left elbow. Now bend the knees towards the right. Wow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. The next one is going to be a diagonal hip hike. So you're going to keep your knees fairly long and lift your hips towards the left plank and then towards the right. So you lift your hips, now go plank. You lift your hips towards the right corner, plank, lift, plank, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Nice job. Nice job. Now this is a back stretch. I'm going to show you a couple different ways because Cole, I can see you have yours shorter. Let me show you a couple different ways. One is this way, which is a shoulder chest stretch. The other, Cole, you might like this one, is the upper back. It's a stretch. Now, if you want, you can use a block or your hands or a pillow and do this. Either one's fine. Yeah. Yep, there you go. And now, Jean, you may need a pillow behind your head or a block. Scoot your body, further back. There you go. All right, so either one. Upper back extension, so either your chest or shoulders. So you're either horizontal or you're vertical on your right, on your foam roller. All right, take another inhale. Tuck the chin, come up. Now this one's going to be on the bottom end. So lift up like bridge and either put your foam block or your foam roller underneath your booty. And then make sure your low back should feel like it's getting decompressed, not more arched. So the roller's towards the glute crease, the hamstring part of your glute. One option is to hold one leg longer. If that just doesn't feel right, go back to bent knee. If you could do that 10 and 10, nice, Michelle. Or the other is both legs long. And I like to have the roller closer to that gluteal crease. I have to adjust when I do the legs long, so make sure you're in a good place. And it could be that you're, try it, Cole, and see what works, or move the block lower and see what works. And then decompress the spine. I want you to notice how your shoulders feel too, by the way. Just notice. Slide your feet on the floor. Get rid of that for a moment. And then take your right, it could be either way, your right IT. Let your elbow be on the mat and roll out the IT. You're gonna use the other foot to keep some body weight off, so it's not 100% on that leg, unless you've been working up to it or you're feeling really loose today. But you could go greater trochanter, which is that big bone on the side. You could do more TFL, which is that muscle at the right front pocket. that attaches on the IT. You go lower towards the knee, but not on the knee. You could go more quad. When you're on your forearms, you can get more quads. We're going to be making our way to the other leg. Nice. Breathing. And then work your way to the other quad. I'm going to turn just so I can see you, but you're making your way to the other quad. Maybe the other IT. Your other TFL. You're getting real used to what your body needs. Where is it tight today? What's it need in general? Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, just for a moment, roll out your upper back. I'm going to do something more with the tennis ball, but I want to give you a backup plan. So if you can put your booty in the air, your hands behind your head, roll out your upper back. Now you can do back bending here. While you roll, I always adjust a rib when I do that. Oh, it feels so good. You can also do flexion. You can roll to your left scapula more. And you can roll to your right scapula more. I want to give you that, but I also want to show you that there's a few trigger points here. But this is my scapula. This is your scapula. Right here, if you would like, put the tennis ball right there, and let me show you where it is. That border right there, the superior medial border of your scapula, there's an attachment called the elevator scapula that attaches up here at your occipital ridge. So and don't worry if you don't find that exact spot, there's a lot of others at the rhomboids, but put it right there, and even lower is another spot, and on your infraspinatus is another, but for now put it at the superior medial border. Lie on your back. Put that arm in the air. Now take circles with that arm and see if you can feel a release around that. Let me know if you don't feel it by giving me a look, and I'll cue you. Yep. Now, there you go. Move that arm around. You notice your scapula moves and you're getting a massage when you move that arm around. That muscle can give you headaches in the back of your head if it's tight, shoulder dysfunction. You can also go down a little bit so you're between the spine and the scapular border, the medial scapular border, and that'll hit your rhomboid. And if you need to stay in a place, please stay. But you notice when you take your arm across your body, it abducts the scapula and it lets you get almost under the scapula a little bit. Now sink into the ball because sometimes your body tries to go away. So scapula. You might go down a little bit more if you want. Work your way down that medial border. Or if you have an exquisite point of pain, which is a trigger point, you might just sink on it up to 90 seconds. These muscles, rhomboids, work hard to pull your scapula back from the constant workload that the front internal rotators are always putting on them. Now, just take a moment to get rid of the ball and rest your back on the floor. Now, we didn't even do that long, but I want you to notice what one arm now feels like compared to the other on the mat, one scapula. See how much lower it is and how it's like pancake batter? Breathe, set that new pattern of release, and let's do the left side, or whatever side you didn't do, right there at the medial superior border of the scapula. And then put your arm in the air and circle it, and make sure you're weighting. Put your body weight on that. Put your body weight on that tennis ball. And the reason I gave this and the foam roller, because if you don't have a tennis ball, you could just foam roll it out. Oh, so I found a spot. Didn't know it was there. Getting it when you do that, and you don't have any pain that you know about, and you find one, you are right. You are ahead of the pain curve. You are getting it, and you might just have tightness that you don't. Tightness, and that tightness is insidious and can all of a sudden you look and you're rounded and upper shoulders are rounded forward. So we're getting it, we're releasing it. Boy, that's a good spot. You might go down a little bit between your scapula and your spine. On the edge of your scapula there's a rhomboid. Try to weight your body weight on that ball. You might go a little bit more. Okay, my left arm is surprisingly more. What are you noticing? You might go more. And when you open that arm across the body, it opens that scapula. Stay weighted on the ball so you still have some tension you're getting rid of. Your body weight works for you. Now when you're ready, you're going to let the shoulder rest on the mat and just tell me how you feel. Yeah. And let's do one for your back. Take your tennis ball right here where you see you have a ropey muscle, this erector spinae. Put it underneath below the rib but above the iliac crest, so on the lateral border of that erector spinae. So somewhere in here ought to feel good. Okay? Yep. Now lie on your back. Pull that same side knee into your body so you're giving more body weight to that leg. Hug it in. Hug it in. Hug it in with your hands. And I like the left foot on the floor because it gives you more body weight on that ball. Now move the knee in a circle like you're tracing a clock. And when you should feel some different areas open up. If you find a good place, just stay. We're just going to do about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Now as you exhale, let that go and just see how that feels. Oh, try the other one. Put that tennis ball on the left side, between the rib and the pelvis, on the outside border of that big ropey long vertical muscle. Find a spot, pick up your knee, weight the body into the ball. Let your body weight get into the ball. Oh, I didn't know I had a tight spot on the left. So you just find out. You might find a spot you need, or you might circle that knee, but stay weighted on the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now we're going to let that out. And I know you might have more tight spots. I just wanted to at least show you how to do it. And then notice how you feel in a Shavasana for a moment. See if the back feels any easier to get breath into. Feel the shoulder blades relax. Slowly come up when you're ready, and let's take a moment, and I want you to just notice how your back feels, how your body feels, and feel the shoulder blades rest down the back a little easier. We'll take a hand to the heart, and we're going to give this body a new awareness of where it is. So we did muscle strengthening, but we also did releasing. So the body can accidentally go into old patterns of pain. So you want to let it feel this sense of relaxation now. And if you feel yourself tighten unnecessarily, then try to come back to this restful posture in the fascia. And we're going to set an intention of enjoying our body, giving it an appreciation to the highest good, enjoying our mind, giving it an appreciation to the highest good, and enjoying our spirit and our breathing and giving it an appreciation to the highest good. And with so much care and appreciation, happy Thanksgiving week. I won't see you guys the rest of the week. I wish you the best, happiest Thanksgiving, and I'll see you Monday. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.